Hello, my fellow duelists and collectors. Today we're going to be looking at one of my favorite archetypes, literally in my top 3 probably, if not top 2. Lightsworns, if that wasn't already obvious. And we'll start with the main deck, with the monsters. We'll bust through it as quick as we can. 3 judgments. Also, just so you know, this deck is going to follow Master Rule 5, and it's back. I think Lightsworns are back because of Master Rule 5. In a way, at least in a small way. But also, I do like the new ban list as well. 3 Wolves. All right, no more stalling. 3 Garroths. He gives a beautiful amount of draw power for the deck. I highly recommend using 3. We got 3 Raidens. Raiden's definitely really good. I love that he's a tuner, and also he can mill 2 twice, which is always good for Lightsworns, but in total, he can give you 4 per turn, which is beautiful. 2 Lilas for the back row control, even though there's a fair amount throughout. 1 Aaron, which is more like a backup strategy and also in the deck so that you can have a variety in the graveyard. Only for those defense monsters that sometimes pop up. Felis, right? The feline, whatever. It's not bad. I think it's actually pretty decent except for the part where you can't normal summon it. So that really pisses me off sometimes, but then again, there's already cards to work with that, so it's not the biggest deal. You could run more. 2 Honest, because it's so beautiful to have this in your hand. It's one of the original hand traps, and I love using it in Lightsworns. Personal favorite of mine. 3 Lumina for that resummoning and field blow up. Definitely, I think, a standard. I only have 1 Minerva, the little one, because I think that the extra card it mills isn't that great. It's not the most necessary tuner, and you'll almost never use its effect to get the dragon back. A dragon from your deck, anyway. And then we got 3 Necro Gardenas, which are just the most clutch card, I would say, when you're getting close to endgame. If you can keep them in the grave and your opponent doesn't banish them somehow, oh, it's so good to have those negates just waiting in the wings. 1 Ash Blossom. This I literally put in to keep up with the time so I don't just phase out completely. It's obviously a great hand trap, and those negates I think are worth it. All right, for the spells, we have 3 Charge the Light Brigade. Amazing. You definitely need 3. I would say you definitely need 3 of that and 3 Solar Recharge. The draw power is unbelievable with these and Garroth, so I highly recommend it. Although you do go through the deck fairly quick, but that's not a bad thing, I don't think. 2 Mystical Space Typhoons for more back row control, along with the 2 Lilas. Those plus the Lilas, you get basically 4, and yeah, that's pretty much it from the deck. Other than Judgment being able to destroy those as well, and cards from the extra deck. So, then we have 1 Monster Reincarnation. This is the most beautiful freaking card in the world. Freaking! That gets Judgment from your grave right to your hand. It's really under-considered. Pot of Avarice. Jesus Christ. I feel like we should throw a party because this is off the ban list. And the fact that it's unlimited now blows my mind. I don't know who's going to actually use 3. I would try 3 in this deck just to test out, but I only have 1. And I think 1's probably the best, maybe 2. But I definitely highly recommend it for Lightsworns. Foolish Burial for the Wolves or an extra named Lightsworn in the grave. Reasoning is beautiful because not only does it send cards to the grave, on the off chance your opponent gets it wrong, which is actually more common, you just get a free summon, unless it's one of the cards that can't be summoned, which is few. There's 7, but that's not a big deal. Anyway, back to square one. This pisses your opponent off so much, and I love it for that reason alone. I'm a little sadistic. All right. And then Forbidden Chalice for protection. On top of that, we have 1 more card, Beckoning Light. This card can be amazing. It can be a dud, but I do recommend running it, especially because if you get 3 judgments off of it, it's just 1 card game over. For the extra deck, we have, for the links, we have Curious and Hip-Hishnigan. Pretty standard. Nothing special about them. All right. And then for the Ixies, we have Vylon Sigma, number 102 Star Seraph Sentry, Time Thief Redoer, and Zubaba General. Those are the 4 stars. Now, I think they're all really great, especially, so Zubaba General is good for his attack points, especially when you add Garroth to him. This card I recently added, the Redoer, and he's good. I think he's definitely good enough to run. I don't know if he's actually essential for the deck. Number 102 is beautiful. It does the negate, right? Yeah, negate. Okay, yeah, you get to negate an opponent's effect. And then this one is also great, the Desigma, Violent Desigma. Yeah, you get to steal your opponent's monsters to equip, which is awesome. For the 3-star Ixies, we have a Minerva, which is pretty standard, and then an Acid Golem, just for a beat stick, I throw him in there. He can be switched out for a whole hell of a lot of better rank 3s, monsters. And then for the Synchros, we have Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, Scarlight Red Dragon Archfiend, right? Yeah. And then Hot Red Dragon Archfiend, then Red Dragon Archfiend. You can see the theme right here. I really liked Red Dragon Archfiend, so I decided to just throw all 3 in. And we have Stardust, a Michael, and then a Clearwing Synchro Dragon. Now, the only thing I think those are great synchros. The Red Dragon Archfiends aren't obviously necessary because I just appreciate those. But you can switch up the synchros a variety of different ways. You could throw the Judgment, the Dragon of Heaven in, but the way I run the deck, I just don't think it's necessary at all. I think maybe in a Lightsworn deck it would be great. Anyway, that's going to do it for this deck profile. Tell me if you liked it. And if you did, hit the button. It's like down there, I think. Pretty sure it's down there. Anyway, here's my videos. Here's my channel. Subscribe!